Welcome to GoLeopards.com as the men's basketball team prepares to host Colgate tomorrow night here at the Kirby Sports Center. I'm here with assistant coach John O'Connor, who has had the scout for the Raiders. And, Coach, a tough matchup. We'll talk about the personnel in a moment. But your impressions of Colgate, and to some folks, they're a bit of a surprise. You seem to have had a finger on the pulse of them.
Yeah, not really. I mean, they're good players. You know, a lot of transfers in the group, and it takes a little time to kind of gel together, and this year they have done that, and Matt's done a great job with them as far as, you know, having a plan and then getting them introduced to it and then executing it.
Yeah, speaking of Matt Lango's plan, of course, he played for Fran Dunphy down at Penn and is a product of the same system that both Fran Dunphy and you guys with Fran O'Hanlon run here. How much of a factor is that? We've always talked about the familiarity that goes along with being in a conference, but this takes it to a whole different level.
Right. I mean, it's the same offense, all in pieces, and he runs it more from kind of sets than, you know, what we do, and more of a continuity thing. But it's all the pieces of what we do. You know, one of the things they do a lot of is the dotted line, just driving that baseline, and it's a big factor in their offense, and obviously it is in ours too. But it's funny, you know, like, you know, it's just really our offense kind of taken apart and put in sets.
Interesting, and it probably impacts the way you guys can prepare for them. But the bottom line is you got to have players to execute it. Let's talk about some of their players. I think the guy that catches everybody's eye, a transfer, a 6'11" center who really provides that inside presence that maybe they've been lacking.
Right, and there's no question. In their last game, they ended up losing a triple overtime down at Loyola, but Jacobs did a great job as far as just controlling the post. He actually did some things that I wasn't sure he could do, and they went to him late, and he delivered. He's got a lot of size inside, and you know, he's tough because, you know, now you have the separation part of it, and you got to go out and guard him.
Yeah, they seem to have all the pieces. So we've talked about the big five guy in the middle, Ethan Jacobs at 6'11". The point guard has been exceptional. He's another one of those kids because of his impact as a young player. He seems to have been around forever. But talk about Austin Tillotson and the special challenges he poses.
Yeah, I think he's the one that kind of puts it all together when it's really crunch time and they need some composure and some organization and really some, you know, some guts. He can certainly deliver that.
They also have experience in the other position. Pat Moore has been around. He's not listed here, but certainly Luke Rowe and another transfer, Damian Sherman Newsom, is their leading scorer. Talk about Damian, his size and his skill set.
Yeah, he's the one that every year has taken another step. His first year, he was more of kind of a driver. And then the next year, you know, last year he just started to make some shots. Now he's just kind of combined the two of them. So credit to them and their staff and his, you know, work ethic, I would assume. And, you know, he's put himself into a really complete player.
Yeah, I know it's almost impossible to look too far down the road. You guys don't want to look too far down the road, but there's not too far down the road to look. There's only 2 games left, and the league is completely muddled up. I mean, other than Bucknell, who's you know, now gotten some separation from the rest of the group. Johnny, you know, we got a shot at number 2, we got a shot at number 3, but we also have a shot at number 8 or 9. Right. Talk about the mindset going in.
You're just playing the next game. Like right now for us, and it's really been the last couple of weeks, we've been in a playoff mode. I mean, you got to win the next game. And then once you win the next game, then you can evaluate where you're at from there. But for us, every game here has been a playoff, and that's all we're concentrating on.
Well, Colgate comes in as the number 2 team in the Patriot League. That alone tells you what kind of importance is placed on this game. Lafayette right now sitting at the 4 seed, which is where we want to be, and higher hopefully. So, Johnny, good luck tomorrow against the Raiders.
Thanks, John. I appreciate it.
Remember, you can watch the game. Click on GoLeopards.com. You can watch it on the Patriot League Network. If you can't make it to Kirby Sports Center, you can also watch it on the Lafayette Sports Network with Gary Laubach and myself.